All right, so let's talk about interviewing, and in particular, let's talk about how much AI has really changed the way interviews take place, okay? With so many AI tools that are out there, candidates nowadays, they're coming in super prepared for these interviews because they're able to rehearse, and they come into these interviews very polished, right? Again, nothing wrong with that per se, but I've just always been a big believer in, if I'm a hiring manager, and being able to just kind of have a genuine conversation with candidates and getting past kind of the rehearsed, questions and rehearsed answers, right? So if you're still asking questions like, tell me about your biggest strengths and weaknesses, or biggest challenge you've had to overcome, like, again, these are common interview questions. You're gonna get a rehearsed answer, okay? So I came up with 3 different questions, or I just thought about 3 different questions that I recommend to my clients to hopefully show an example of, a common interview question, but maybe asked in a little bit of a different way, just to kind of get a genuine conversation going and get the candidate to reflect a little bit more that hopefully they didn't really study for these specific questions, okay? So they're not like groundbreaking or anything like that, but hopefully you'll kind of get the idea of what I'm recommending in terms of just asking questions in a way that they haven't been probably asked before, okay? So what's one question that I like to recommend to my clients? Number 1, what part of your career do you think people consistently misunderstand about you? Okay, so that's one. Second one, asking a candidate, well, what's something that you strongly believed in, let's say about leadership, or just something you strongly believed in about X, and you believed in this 5 years ago that you've now changed your mind on, okay? So asking a question like that. A third one is, what type of environment actually brings out the worst out of you professionally? Okay, so again, we're not trying to trick the candidate here or anything like that. We're just trying to ask questions in a little bit of a different way to hopefully get a different answer besides a polished answer, right? So again, candidates are coming into these interviews, prepared, which is, again, not a bad thing. If you're a hiring manager, though, I think you should work on evolving your questions and just asking more layers, deeper, okay? So hope that stuff helps. Again, as always, any questions, just let us know. All right, thanks.